Whoa, watch this one. What if you ate nothing but pizza for a year? Now, here's a what-if scenario I can get down with. 1 year of a pizza-only diet? Bring it on! Well, okay, that might not be as awesome as it sounds. Keep watching to find out what would happen to your body if you ate nothing but pizza for a whole year. Before we dig in, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to join us here on The Bright Side. Okay, here's the first slice. Pizza is 4th on the list of most craved foods in the U.S. Every year, more than 3 billion pizzas are sold all over the country. And the number of pizza slices sold per second reaches a whopping 350. But let's first have a look at some nutrition facts about a single slice of cheese pizza. When you eat a 2-ounce slice, you consume approximately 168 calories, including 54 calories just from fat alone. It contains 9% of the total fat daily value and 14% of your saturated fat daily value. You also get 5% of your daily norm of cholesterol and 14% of your daily intake of sodium. The carbohydrates in just one slice of pizza equal 7% of your daily value. As for a big slice of pepperoni pizza, it has 311 calories. And let's be honest here, who stops after eating just one slice of this gooey goodness? I don't see any hands raised out there. There have been people who conducted some pretty bold experiments. They tried to eat pizza and nothing but pizza for 7 days in a row. And although these amateur researchers weren't connected with one another and followed this unusual diet independently, their accounts sound surprisingly similar. After the first day of the pizza diet, the experimenters felt some discomfort in their stomachs. A number of them even suffered from slight cramps. On the morning of the second day, some of these researchers noticed that their faces were puffy and their hands were a bit swollen. Besides, they were thirsty and their mouths felt really dry. The majority drew the sad conclusion that this was due to all that pizza the day before. Throughout the day, a couple of the experimenters suffered from their first case of heartburn. They also had fits of uncontrollable burping. By the evening, a lot of people started to feel woozy and unsteady. The third day didn't start so good at all. Some felt groggy and others were wobbly and disoriented. Most of the experimenters constantly felt thirsty and were unable to quench this thirst with water. The fluid just got trapped in their body and caused swelling. A much bigger problem was constipation. Some of the researchers didn't have any bowel movements for a whole 3 days of eating only pizza. You probably understand how uncomfortable that was. Also, the heartburn that manifested itself on the day before became more severe. On the 4th day, many of the experimenters woke up to discover some red spots and blemishes on their faces. They had problems keeping their eyes open during the day and went to bed early, feeling completely exhausted. Some of the researchers stated that on the 5th day of the experiment, they felt that their minds weren't as sharp as before, and their thoughts were scattered. Their faces, legs, and feet were so swollen, their eyes were dry, and, in general, lots of people felt a bit strange. A majority of them were extremely sleepy and sluggish, and their stomachs were in knots. On the 6th day, nothing changed dramatically. However, the ones who decided to hit the gym felt weak and unmotivated. On top of that, they noticed a significant decrease in their endurance and strength. The 7th, and thankfully, final day of eating only pizza made almost everybody draw a disappointing conclusion. This isn't a food you can survive on for long. It negatively affects your psychological and physical performance, and pretty soon, you actually start craving, wait for it, vegetables. That's what happens if you narrow your diet down to pizza for just a week. You can imagine how eating pizza for a whole year will influence your body. But first, Let's have a look at what bodily processes go on when you eat pizza. As soon as you bite off the first slice, the pleasure center of your brain gets switched on. You start drooling. Well, many of us drool, and this releases certain digestive enzymes. They immediately start to break the carbs from your pizza down into sugars. These sugars can be converted to energy that will fuel your body later. After 10 to 15 minutes, the sugar enters your bloodstream, although the fat from the pepperoni and cheese slows this process way down. If you've gulped your slice down too fast, or you're gluten or cheese sensitive, your body might show its displeasure with some bloating. 20 minutes later, all the carbs you've devoured are already in your bloodstream. If your cells don't need additional sugar, they may reject it. This can lead to high blood sugar levels. Eventually, high blood sugar results in inflammation. This means a wide range of problems, from nerve damage and poor blood circulation to cardiovascular disease and infections. In any case, in the end, the sugar from your pizza gets to your liver and turns into fat. Boy, this just sucks all the romance out of eating pizza now, doesn't it? But wait, there's more. Half an hour after you devoured that pie, your body stops producing ghrelin, the hunger hormone. You feel full and happy, but your stomach is working hard to digest your relatively heavy meal. This process elevates the level of your triglycerides, also known as fat, in the blood. Lucky for you, it's temporary and, if you're healthy, lasts only for 6 hours. Otherwise, this may cause serious health problems. The more fatty food you eat, the higher your triglycerides remain. Constantly elevated levels of triglycerides tend to displace good cholesterol in your blood and harden and clog your arteries. In this case, you might face a higher risk of heart attack or stroke. It just keeps getting better and better. After 45 minutes to an hour, your blood vessels may start having difficulties expanding due to the sticky fats that pizza contains. This leaves less room for blood flow. Naturally, your blood pressure increases. You should know that a diet high in fats, I'm looking at you, pizza, often results in blood clotting. That's why you should never experiment with too much pizza in your diet if you have some heart disease risk factors. Several hours after your meal, your blood sugar will go back to normal, but your triglycerides levels will still be exceptionally high. That's why your hunger hormone ghrelin might encourage you to set off in search of leftovers. Ah, that explains it. You better have a healthy snack before this happens. In general, a slice of pepperoni pizza every now and then won't hurt you. It won't even influence your weight. But if you limit your food choices exclusively to pizza, you could do some irreversible damage to your health. High blood pressure, diabetes, obesity, insulin resistance, and high cholesterol can be unwanted and dangerous consequences of such food preferences. On the other hand, there are ways to make your favorite dish healthier. If you choose pizza with a generous layer of veggies on top, you'll get more nutrients and vitamins from it. For example, tomatoes contain a powerful antioxidant called lycopene. Scientists have found a connection between this antioxidant and a lowered risk of certain cancers. Besides, lycopene is good for your blood vessels as well as your heart, bones, and skin. Surprisingly, cooked tomatoes are even healthier because the lycopene levels in them are higher and it's easier for your body to absorb the antioxidant. So, you can see that while your health may suffer dramatically if you ate only pizza for a year, there's nothing wrong with enjoying it from time to time. And this will work out even better if you choose thin whole wheat pizza crust, avoid dipping sauces, and go for a local pizzeria instead of fast food chains. An even better option is to cook pizza from scratch at home. So, what's your favorite kind of pizza? Let us know down in the comments. Remember to give this video a thumbs up, share it with your pizza-loving friends, and hit the subscribe button to stay on the bright side of life.